Welcome to this brief introduction into CURBANNEX.com. If you're new to the site, you probably have a lot of questions, and hopefully we'll get those covered here. So the heart of CURBANNEX is garage sales. The idea of CURBANNEX originally was based on the idea of having an interactive map where you could go and view the garage sales that were happening in your neighborhood and go get directions and print off of this interactive map. But as the economy kept getting worse and people were losing their jobs and losing their homes, we decided to expand this idea into a much larger idea. And so now it not only encompasses the idea of garage sales, but also e-commerce and classified ads. And so we're going to take a dive into the system for this video, and I'm going to kind of give you a peek around under the hood. So the first thing that you're presented with when you come to the site is our logo and a little drop-down list. And this is just as simple as it gets. From the drop-down list, we want to choose whatever state we live in or that we're residing in at the moment that we're browsing it. So here I'll choose Washington. Up at the top of the screen, I have some navigation menus. I have Main, Stores, Garage Sales. To the right of the page, I have Register, Log In, or Contact Us. Now, before I begin, I should point out, this is very important, that you cannot buy or sell or contact another user within the system unless you register. But you can browse all day looking at items. You just can't use the system to contact anybody or purchase anything. You have to do that logged in. And the reason for that is we want to promote safety and trust within our system and accountability. And after every transaction, buyers and sellers alike have the ability to rate and give each other feedback based on that transaction or the item. So here we're on the main page, and the main page defaults to classifieds for the state that I've selected. Now off to the left-hand side here, just beneath our logo, you'll see local and national. Now it defaults to local, which basically means my state. Or I can switch it to national, and it's going to show me all the classifieds where the seller has chosen to list it on a national listing. So they're willing to ship the item outside of state and sell it to you if you're outside of state. Or from here I can choose a different state if I want to. Like maybe next week I'm going to be traveling to California, so I could select California. The system will shift gears and show you all the items that are listed in California. Here I have a search box, so if I'm looking for something specific like teddy bears or something, I can type that in here and it's going to bring up all the items that are teddy bear related. And here from the drop downs we'll see it says classifieds. That's primarily how I know that I'm on the classifieds. Also by the filters. The classified categories are all listed here under categories. We have everything from antiques to video gaming and everything else. And we'll probably periodically add to this list. And beneath classifieds I have automotive. And here are search filters specific to automotive. So for an example, let's say I'll come down here, choose 2004, and I'll choose Dodge, and here's all the Dodges made in 2004. This is going to bring me up all the 2004 Dodge Durango Limiteds listed within the state of Washington, or whatever state you have selected. Or, again, you can choose national, and it'll bring up anybody who's willing to list that item on a national basis. We also have real estate ads, and we can see here all kinds of filters related to real estate, square footage, bedrooms, bath. And we also have employment. So maybe you're just looking for somebody to come mow your lawn for the weekend, or you're actually a company looking to employ somebody. You can list that here. And we tried to facilitate that application process. And then I could just switch it back to classifieds, which is the default view of the main button, or main navigation across the top there. So let's look at this classified item. Here's the title of that item, the category that it belongs to, the price, the store and the link to the store rating, the city, the type, and the date. Now, if I come through here and let's say choose appliances or books and magazines, we'll see that it filters that item accordingly. Or I can type in the city or zip code if I want to narrow this down, because by default it's at the state level, but I can narrow this down to my city or zip code. But just starting out, you'll probably want everything in the state zip code, or there won't be too many items in there. I'm going to go ahead and click on the item. So when I click on the item, it's going to show me the branding for that store or garage sale. I'm going to see two buttons here. I can go back or go view this store, and I'll click on that in just a second. I can share this item with friends and family on Facebook. And here I can get just real basic information on this item. This is a real basic listing. We do support custom HTML, so if you know HTML, you can brand this until your heart's content. Here's images or pictures of the item that's for sale. And if I want to see if this user has any additional items, I could go click on View Store. And this takes me to their store, and this is where all their classifieds would be listed, or custom categories that I can filter through, how many items they have for sale, how many items have sold, how many people have viewed this store or item. I'm going to go back to the item view really quick. Now you'll notice here I only have a couple of buttons. That's because I'm not logged into the system. In order to purchase anything or contact this user, I have to be a member, and I have to have a store. So just remember that if you're browsing on CURBANNEX and you wonder why you can't purchase anything, it's probably because you are not logged into the system. I can also access the stores by clicking on the store menu up at the top, and this is going to show me all the stores locally here within the state of Washington, or I can select national. We'll see that that changes to blue. When that changes to blue, I always know that I'm searching nationally, and this is going to show me all the stores that are selling something at the national level. I go back to local. And here we have garage sales. Now the garage sales is an interactive map. Anytime anybody is having a garage sale, an actual garage sale, then they can choose to post that from within their annex, and I'll talk about that in a second. And it will show up here on the interactive map. So here I can click this little node to get more information about that garage sale. I can also get directions to and from that garage sale. Or, in most cases, the user will be selling those items online as well. So instead of driving all the way out there, if you see something that you have to have right away, click on the user's store. And then this will take you to their store where you can buy the item online. And they will specify whether it's through cash in hand when you show up or PayPal before you get there to make sure you really get the item. It's really between you and the seller. I'm going to go ahead and log in real quick. And once I log in, you'll see that there's another button here called the Annex. So it adds a fourth navigation tool up across the top. Before I dive into that, let me click on this item here, and I'm just going to refresh my page. That's a bug we're currently fixing. And now you'll see more items here on the left hand side. So now I can buy the item, I can add it to my favorites, flag it as fake, or view the store. So a lot more items to choose from here now that I'm logged in. And under the annex I have my store. Now if I haven't created a store, it'll be big bold text here. You can go back and watch the video on how to create a store, which dives deep into that. I'm not going to get totally into that. But this is the annex. This is the control panel of your store. So here you can add classifieds, edit your store, add autos, add real estate, add job, create custom categories for your store, view your favorites, mark your garage sale on the interactive map, view messages from users that have contacted you or applied for a job or or want to come view your real estate or view your car that you have for sale. You can view your purchases that you made in the last 14 days or your sales that you made in the past 14 days. And you can rate your buyers and sellers alike after the transaction has taken place. So you can rate them and give them feedback. And once you're digging in there, if you have to come back to my store, you can easily do that. And that is CURBANNEX in a nutshell. So the important thing to remember is that in order to buy or sell anything, you have to register and create a store within your annex. Also, searches are local and national, and they're only going to appear in national if the seller selected to sell that item nationally. And that's generally located in your Create Items category under the annex. But that is CURBANNEX in a nutshell. We hope that you begin using it. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, email us at support@CURBANNEX.com. The next video to watch from here is registering and creating a new store.